castor oil. That makes sense, right? So I use Jamaican black castor oil. That one's kind of old because I've been using it, but here's a full bottle of it, and I'll do an insert of it. It is, yeah, Jamaican black castor oil, and replenish, rejuvenate, the original authentic Jamaican black castor oil, 100% natural. So I start with that. You're going to need, for the pack, pieces of fabric. So I cut up cotton t-shirts or cotton sheets. These are actually flannel. You want it to be white or natural, meaning it's unbleached. Hi, thanks for clicking on Simply Tanika. I am Tanika. If you are new here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button. Let's hang out a while. If you are returning, welcome back. Let's get those babies, ladies.
I see the crystal raindrops fall and the beauty.
Good morning, fertility fam. How are you? Today is Thursday, June 21st. What's up, fertility fam? All right, guys, I'm leaving the house. My hands are full. I got the giveaway stuff. I got 4 of the boxes here. Genesis, I got on my seersucker jacket. It's actually a suit, but I'm too big to get in the bottoms right now. But yeah, anyway, I'm out. I'm a little off today. I had to recut the video that's airing today, which is the day before you guys see my BFN, and it is making me all emotional again, but also hopeful because there's a new process this Sunday, I think it's gonna be. So it's good to be able to have a clear path forward. But I recut the video that you guys watched today to add the teaser because we got like 100 new subscribers this week, and so I didn't know if they saw everything, so I cut it to add that in so that they know tomorrow is test day. But oof, I'm getting teary-eyed talking about it. It's rough. It's rough. I mean, I think that's the good and the bad part about YouTube is like we're documenting our stories, but then you kind of relive it. Even though I've had 2 weeks to process it, it's like I'm reliving it with you guys. So yeah, and I know some people are like, just tell us already, but I think it's important to go through the 2-week wait with someone, because anyone who's been TTC for a while, it is like a death when you get the BFN, or I don't want to make it a death, I don't want to say a death, but it is a grieving process, it's a loss. And so you have to go through like those 5 stages of grief every, 4 weeks, I guess. So I think if you're new to TTC or thinking about it, it's good to know what your TTC sisters are going through. And if you are currently TTC, then you already know. You've already walked in my shoes. And a lot of you guys have commented of like, thank you for sharing this. This is what I was feeling. So thank you for letting me know that, because I don't know. I could just be the lone person out here feeling this way. So you guys reaffirm for me that I'm not in a bad place. So thank you for watching, and thank you for your support. And yeah, trying not to get hit as I cross the street here. So yeah, that's what's going on. I'm gonna do the giveaway stuff today. I still don't have all the addresses, but it would have been difficult to carry 7 boxes and shoot. So everything happens for a reason, as they say. All right, ladies, I'm a little teary-eyed. I'm gonna go and get on the subway. I will talk to you guys in a bit. I love you. Thank you so much for hanging with me and for all your support. It does mean the world to me. I used to watch YouTube and people would say, oh, I love you. And I was like, why are they saying that? People who had channels. And now I get it. Like, I get it. It does. You get close to everybody, especially the people who comment and who let me know what's going on. Like, I feel like I'm a part of your lives. I feel like you're definitely a part of my lives. So the love is real. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey fam, I just left the post office, so 4 of the 7 boxes got mailed. I was holding them for all the addresses. Then I realized I couldn't carry all 7 to work at once anyway. So 4 have gone, 3 tomorrow. Talk to you soon. Hi ladies, I'm home. How are you? Someone asked me earlier, I was like, excuse me ma'am, did you know your collar was up? I was like, yeah, it's made like that. I'm not walking around just popping my collar. It's seersucker, but they made it a little stiffer so they could get that collar up. But yeah, in case you're wondering, it is meant to be like that. A couple of things I want to go through. So this won't be good night because I do have to exercise, and I decided I would go ahead and show you the castor oil massage and castor oil pack. So yesterday we talked about OPKs. I was doing OPKs. Just to recap, tomorrow I'm going back in to check on my follicles. I was in yesterday. My lining was 10.9, triple layer, that Triluminar Fertility Gold. And I had 3 follicles. One was 14, one was 13, one was 10. And those are the ones they're counting. And then there was one that's less than 10, which we don't think is gonna make it. So tomorrow I go back for a follow-up scan. Excuse me, they'll redo my blood work. They will look at my uterus, see what my lining is, and see if those follicles have grown. I'm anticipating that they will have me trigger tomorrow. It's for an IUI on Sunday, which also Sunday is Pride, so I'm probably gonna be late to Pride, but I definitely will make it to the march. But anyway, it's a whole other story, but I realized that today. So I'm doing ovulation prediction kits while we figure that out. Yesterday I told you guys I'd ordered the advanced digital, the new one, but it's at Dwayne Reed because that's where FedEx decided that my Target.com order should go, because I didn't have sense enough to just go to Dwayne Reed by myself to get them. Yeah, so anyway, I went to Dwayne Reed to get this one, and you guys are probably like, oh, she's being silly. But this Dwayne Reed was at my office. It's downstairs at 30 Rock, so I just popped down. This is not the new one. It cost me $10 more. Actually, it was $59.99, so I think it's $10 more than the new advanced one. The other stuff that I have, I also ordered baby wipes, and so I'm not walking down the street with the big ass box, and I'm not gonna pay for an Uber to get it home when I already paid for shipping. So FedEx and Target.com better figure it out. That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, positivity. So I'm going to take this OPK. I will take the regular cheapie. So we talked about this yesterday, but on these, the digital are meant to be taken in the morning, number 1. Number 2, when you have a new one, it takes a while to figure out your cycle. So it's going to say low no matter what. So since it's going to say low the first time, I'm just going to take it tonight. I will take it again in the morning. Tomorrow morning, I expect that to be a more accurate read. Today is just to get it going. And I talked about these yesterday. So see, there are 20 tests in here. I use only about 3 or 4 per cycle. I haven't had to use more than that. So, because even tomorrow, I'll be triggering tomorrow night, so it really won't matter. Like, I know I mean, we could do it for a fun exercise, but I know I'm meant to ovulate 24 to 36 hours after the trigger. But maybe we'll do it for shits and giggles, because we're gonna say this is the last time that we'll ever need it. So why not? Let's try it. So when I get back, I'm going to go exercise. When I get back, I'll do the OPK, I'll do the digital, I'll do the regular, I'll do the massage. I want to show you the stuff for the castor oil massage. Before I do that, we also talked yesterday about cervical mucus and making it juicy, that good gushy. We talked about using evening primrose oil. We talked about using grapefruit juice to encourage cervical mucus. One of the other tricks is Guaifenesin, Guaifenesin, IFENESIN, 1200 milligrams. It's an expectorant. So this you use to get if you have a cold and you're congested, to get that mucus loose. This is also will loosen up your cervical mucus. You want to make sure it doesn't have anything else, so you have to look at the ingredients. In this one, that's the only active ingredient. Anything else could dry it out. I would say this is like a last resort, but you can see I've used one before. Yeah, this will also help get that cervical mucus moving, and that egg white cervical mucus. You want it to be like a raw egg white where it's stretchy. And maybe, I don't think I have any eggs today, but tomorrow I'll get some eggs and we'll play with it, and I'll show you like what I mean by that egg white, stretchy cervical mucus. So that's another trick to help with that. This is important if you're doing in-home inseminations where you're going through the vagina, you're not going right into the uterus. So IUIs, you don't really need it because you're bypassing the cervix. Obviously cervical mucus is in the cervix. So it's helping like the sperm get past the cervix up into the uterus and up, into the fallopian tubes. It's like, I don't know, happy carriers, like it sends it on its way. Like think of it as a slip-in slide, and you need like that water for you to get down the slip-in slide. That good cervical mucus is the water to help get the sperm to where it needs to go. So you want to have that prior to ovulation if you're having sex at home naturally, if you're doing home inseminations, putting it in a cup, all of those good things. Timed intercourse, you want to have that. Obviously IVF, IUI, you don't need it as much, but I kind of feel like if your body is flowing and that cervical mucus is good, even going into an IUI, that's still like everything is kind of in harmony, you know, it's all fine-tuned, so can't hurt. So why not try it out and see if you can get that cervical mucus. That's my thought on it. Okay, quickly, I'm going to go through what you need for the castor oil massage and castor oil pack, or at least what I use. So first, let me move this over here. You obviously need castor oil. That makes sense, right? So I use Jamaican black castor oil. That one's kind of old because I've been using it, but here's a full bottle of it, and I'll do an insert of it. It is, yeah, Jamaican black castor oil, 100% natural. So I start with that. You're going to need, for the pack, pieces of fabric. So I cut up cotton t-shirts or cotton sheets. These are actually flannel. You want it to be white or natural, meaning it's unbleached. The castor oil is pretty heavy. It's going to stain. It will transfer if there's any color, so you don't want to use any anything that has dye on it. So you want it unbleached or natural. So this I cut up, like they're in those amount of strips. You're eventually gonna lay it across your abdomen. So you have those. You're going to put them, I keep them in this jar, and I just pour the castor oil in there. You want them to be soaked with the castor oil. And then I keep it in the jar because that way when you're done, you can put it back in there and put it in the refrigerator. You can use it for a couple of months before you have to throw it out if you keep it in the fridge. So it just keeps like any bacteria from forming, you know, just keep it at that temperature. You don't want things to grow in it, so keep it stored, sealed, refrigerated, so you don't have to worry about anything weird happening to it on the fabric. Also, you clean your abdomen before you put it on there. I think that's common sense, but if there's any like sweat or dirt or whatever, you don't want it transferring onto the fabric. So you have that, you take these, I roll mine up, or you can just fold them, put them in there, put them in here, and then I pour the castor oil on. I let it soak, usually a couple hours until they're nice and saturated. And that's pretty much it for getting that part ready. You're gonna need a hot water bottle. So I got this on Amazon. Some people use those microwave bands. They have like rice in it. You can use that as well. I was a little nervous at first about putting microwaved heat across my abdomen because I was trying to like help my uterus. It's totally up to you. Those are great. We use them in restorative yoga without heating them up as weights on the body that helps relax. And also my acupuncturist uses a weighted bag, I think it has beans in it or rice, over my eyes for my acupuncture, and she puts like lavender in it, so you can try it if you're going to use the beaned or rice bag across your abdomen. Try it like with a little essential oil, rosemary oil, clary sage. There's a bunch of them for fertility. Check them out because some of them you can't use in certain parts of your cycle, but those are great too, especially once it's heated up. It smells so nice and it helps like relax. I listen to meditation while I'm doing my castor oil pack, so hot water bottle is what you're going to need. I also use an ACE bandage. So basically you're gonna put the castor oil pack, then you're gonna put some sort of plastic on here. This is like a bag that I cut up and I put it on the dye side out. If you have saran wrap, you can use that. I just don't have saran wrap at my house. So you're gonna lay this across your abdomen once it's soaked in the castor oil. After you have it covered up, then you're going to lay the plastic across the top of it, and then I wrap this all the way around just so nothing is like leaking out and that the plastic is tight, because your body's going to start sweating. It might start sliding around. There's oil. It's messy. So I just like to have this in there, and it's just Velcro. I wrap it around, keeps it nice and snug. If you have a waist trainer that you don't mind getting stained, you can use that as well. But just something to keep it in place is what I recommend. Have that on there, and so then you're all bundled up. If you're wondering where it should go, so this is how I was taught. Once, I'm gonna stand, and then you have like, and I'll show you guys again, but so here is like my abdomen. Like if you make a heart with your hand, right, and you place it here, you want this part on your belly button, your thumbs on your belly button, and then this resting here. So see where my, are these forefingers, whatever these, my pointer fingers are, right here, this is where the uterus is, and the pinky fingers, this is where the ovaries are. So that's where you're gonna focus. Well, first you do the massage before you put the fabric on, and then once you put the fabric on, you're gonna focus the area here. So you definitely want strips laying this far down. For me, I just take my underwear off so I can get this all the way around. This is your bindi part, and so that's why this helps, because you're gonna lay it across like your pubic bone, and so this helps hold it all down so that if you have to get up for whatever reason, it's not falling. So you're wrapping it here, down around there, and you know, you keep going. So it's lower, at least than what I thought. It's down below the belly button. I know I see some people put it up here, but this is what I was taught. It's like, this is what you're aiming for. Here is the uterus. Here are the ovaries. Okay. So hopefully that makes sense as far as positioning. And then once you're all wrapped up and bundled, so after you have these, you take these out, you put them in a Ziploc baggie. Why are you doing that? Because you're gonna heat them up. You want them to be warm before you put it on. And then obviously you put hot water in the hot water bottle. You lay that across the bag with the soaked castor oil cloths in there. Lay it on a counter somewhere for about 10 minutes or so, and then just check it. It'll be warm to the touch when the cloths are in there. Once that's warm, you're going to, it gets messy. So I like to lay just an old sheet down underneath me. I use flannel. I like it to get nice and warm. It feels good. It's a little warm in the summer now, but in general, the warmer the better, I feel. For me, it depends on what your comfort level is. But so I lay a sheet down, natural or unbleached, because again, it's going to stain. Like, you don't want a dark blue or a red or anything like that. So I lay that down on the bed, then I lay on top of it. I get all of my stuff in place. I do a little massage first of those areas. I also rub my lymph nodes, and then I wrap it all up, put the hot water pad on top of the ace bandage, and then on top of that, I like to use these little rescue blankets. So they use these at acupuncture, which is where I got the idea. They're little rescue blankets. You can get them at like Walmart in the emergency section. We also use them for camping. Basically, they are blankets for survival. If you're out somewhere and you don't have a cover, you can put this over and it reflects your body heat back and it keeps you warm. So we use it in acupuncture. I like to be snuggled in, cocooned. So she puts this on me, and she puts my eye patch, or a patch on my eyes, to, you know, just get me relaxed, and it helps trigger my parasympathetic nervous system faster, which is amazing. So I use this. After I'm all bundled up with that on, I put the emergency blanket on top of me, and then I fold another blanket on there, and then I just lay back for about 30 minutes. And sometimes I play like my YouTube meditations about visualizing my womb and fertility, and that's great. And then I get up and take it all off and take a shower, and I'm super relaxed when it's done. Yeah, so it's really good. A couple of the things that I've read, and some of the ladies on YouTube when I was first learning about the castor oil packs, you're not meant to do it while you're on your menses, so you want to wait until you stop bleeding. Some people say day 3 is fine. I wait. And I think maybe day 3, because that's when the lining starts to rebuild, but I just wait until it's over, just for, I don't know, it just seems messy. And I'm usually not in the mood, because it's a lot of work to get it all out. But so you don't want to do it while you're on your menses. You don't want to do it for more than 3 days in a row. So if you do it, you know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then you want to take a break on Thursday. Yeah, you don't want to do them more than 3 days in a row. You want to do it about an hour to 2 hours max. The heating pad is going to get cooler as you use it, which is why I also like the blanket, because it keeps the body heat bouncing back and forth. And it's the heat that's soaking in all the castor oil and helping clear out your lymph nodes and increase your circulation and get things moving. So I will do that a little bit later after I get back. I gotta go put on my workout clothes and get my walk on. And then I'll come back and take the OPKs, and we'll snuggle in for the massage and the castor oil pack. All right, ladies, I'll see you in a bit. Bye. Hey, fam. I am out of the house for my evening walk. It's 8:30. I was in there watching videos. I'm like, oh my God, so trifling. what I'm gonna do, I am going to do about 20 to 30 minutes and then go back and probably hop in the shower and do a castor oil. It's cooler out here though, so I'm not mad because it was really warm when I came home and now it's like comfortable. So I should get like a light sweat and then, you know, be back and do the massage. And I still have to figure out dinner, so I have to be back at the REs at 8 o'clock. I want to do the OPK, always something. But yeah, gotta get the exercise in. I want to keep the lining good, and especially if we're gonna have 3 follicles potentially. Let me not get ahead of myself. But yeah, gotta get that lining right for any being that wants to snuggle in. I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, I made it back home from exercise. It's 9:02, so I'm gonna rinse off really fast and then we'll go and do OPKs and then the castor oil massage. Okay, talk to you in a bit. See that shine? That's good old sweat.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make those rainbows.